We want to continue a little Bible study that we started last week on Matthew chapter 7, and we talked about judging, and that's actually covered in the first 6 verses. But I want to begin Matthew chapter 7 and verse number 7. He said, "Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you." Then he follows up and said, "For everyone that asks receives, he that seeks finds, he that knocks it shall be open unto him." What Jesus is implying here is perseverance of prayer. There's 3 areas here that God gives to us from His Word that we can follow after, because I get this question a lot. How far do you go before you just quit talking about it, praying about it, and just, leave it in the hands of God? But this scripture said, "Ask and you shall receive," which implies that you are pursuing, you are persevering the things of God. Then he said, "Seek." Seek is just simply going after the heart of God. And then knock. And he said, "When you knock, the door shall be open unto you." And then he follows up and said, "What man is there of you whom if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he asks fish, will he give him a serpent? If you then being evil know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that love him?" What's he saying there? If your son, he brought this down to the family, if your son come and ask you for bread, are you going to give him a rock to chew on and say, "Hey man, this is all you're going to get because I'm tired of you asking for bread"? If he asks fish, you're going to give him a snake in the box. You think, well, that's totally ridiculous. This is the point God is making. He's simply saying that when you come to him, if you know how to treat your children, if you know how to treat your sons and your daughters, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? I've heard people make this statement a lot. Well, I'd like to come down to the altar and I'd like to be prayed for and I'd like for somebody to pray for me, but I'm so afraid of moving in deeper with God. What if I get something that's not from God? This scripture answers that question. If you know how to treat your kids, and he uses some extreme examples. If your son or daughter asks for bread, are you going to give them a stone? If they ask for fish, are you going to give them a serpent? Then he said, if you being evil know how to treat your kids, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things, good gifts, good things to them that ask him? Here's what he's saying. If you come to God asking for greatness of God, for goodness of God, a deeper experience with God, God is not by any means going to allow the devil to substitute what you have asked God for. He will not allow that to happen. If you come asking God for the Spirit of God, the things of God, you can be assured in your life He's going to give you good things. Why? He based it on the fact of how you know how to treat your kids. You know how to give your kids good gifts. God knows even more and greater how to treat us. So get all that stuff out of your mind, out of your heart, and pursue the things of God. Just go after the things of God, and rest assured, God's not going to let you get something that's not from God. So seek after God with a whole heart. Grow in the grace of God and the fellowship of His love. You have a wonderful day and be blessed.